Hi there, welcome back. Uh, in this short video, we will try to unwrap some of the uh, Gemini APIs. How can we integrate Gemini API basically? And in terms of an integration consultant, how these APIs can help us. We will also brainstorm something around some uh, ideas actually. So probably you can just consider it as a baseline approach, and you can take it to the next level if you want to integrate these APIs with any of your integrations. So that is what we will try to explore. So what is Google Gemini? It's a family of large multimodal AI, and it is actually developed by Google. So it's similar to ChatGPT. You must have been using ChatGPT as well for creating your contents or writing some code. So similarly, we can have some set of APIs provided as part of Gemini. So for exploring that, this is the link which being a developer, we should be aware of. So we will be going straight away to this particular link. So when I go to this particular page, it is going to take me to this particular landing page. Here I'm having a similar kind of questionnaire page, I would say, where you can write some of your text like how to start AI learning journey. And if I run it, it is going to give me some results, recommended results. Okay, so same thing. So basically, this is my input request, which I am passing to the API in the backend, and this is what I am getting a result. So if similar kind of thing, we have to explore it in terms of API. How can we do that? So for accessing the Gemini API, where you come to this particular landing page, here we have to generate the API key. Okay, so you have to click on this button to generate the API key. But before that, we will go to the dashboard. Okay, so this is the dashboard. This is how it is expecting the request should be available to us. So it is expecting some headers, content type, and some key, X Google API key. That is where you have to pass your generated API key, and then you have to use this post method. And this is how the entire body is expecting. And here, whatever the request payload, the question which you're going to ask. So that is how. And if you can go further to the documentation section, it will give you more insight about the Gemini developer APIs and how the developer they can integrate these APIs, whether you are a Python developer, JavaScript, or various language. And you will also see there's some compatibility with these APIs as well. So if you have to integrate with OpenAI, so these are the parameters which you have to consider. And basically, it's self-explanatory. You can go through this documentation. It will give you some idea. So now what we are going to do, the very first step is we have to generate an API key. So when you click on this get API key, create API key, sorry. So when you click on this API key, it will ask you for selecting the project. So you can select one of the project. So I'm already having my API key generated. The reason it is asking me to get the API key in the existing project. For this particular demo, I'm not going to generate any key because I'm already having one of the key with me. So I will be using the same key. But yeah, if you want to replicate it, you need to first get the API key. So now, once you get the API key, this is the endpoint which we are going to hit. Okay, so this is going to be the endpoint which we are going to hit. So what this endpoint is expecting, this endpoint is expecting these two headers. These are the two headers which this endpoint is expecting. And with this header information, we have to use a post method, and then this is going to be the request payload. So now if I have to execute everything in my Postman, so first we will try to do it in the Postman. So this is my Gemini project, and if I come further down under this project, I'm having this method created. Okay, so this is my endpoint. Okay, and under this header, you need to add these two headers. Okay, content type application slash JSON and X Google API key will be assigned with the API key. Okay, so this is what you have to assign as part of your header parameters. Now, in the body section, we have to pass the body in this particular format, contents, parts, and text. And this is actually taking Gemini 2.0 model. Okay, so we'll just go one step back before pushing our first request. So here you will have the list of Gemini models. When it comes to documentation, you will have all the different models with their capabilities, what they can help you to perform. So for our demo, we are using Gemini 2.0. That is what we are going to use it. So if you see here, it is assigned with the Gemini 2.0 Flash. That is what we are going to use it. So this is what it is depicting, and this is the entire endpoint, and we have given our prompt. Okay, so now if I just send it by assigning the headers, it will give me the results. If everything is okay as per part of the authentication. Okay, so now we have got 200. So this is what it is recommending. It's a continuous journey, and there's some recommendation it has given. Okay, so now once you have this speed, on top of that, you can put your own transformation logic to get the meaningful data extracted so that you can basically push it to the target wherever you want, and whatever the data messaging you want to do on top of this, you can do that. So now the same thing now, if we have to integrate with cloud application, how can we do that? So recently SAP has come up with AI adapter as well, but yeah, that is recently added, but you can still use HTTP adapter since you are having the endpoints and what kind of input payload you are expected to assign and what all the request headers. All this information, if you are having, you can straight away use HTTP adapter. So what we are going to do here, I have just added an endpoint, and this is my endpoint. From this endpoint, I'm going to pass this string. Okay, so this particular string, I'm going to pass it. So this is my endpoint, and here I'm just passing my prompt. Okay, top 3 technologies to learn in SAP. Okay, so once this particular body is going to come inside my cloud integration, I need to assign these headers. Okay, content type and this Google API key. That is what we have done in the Postman as well. And in the body, I am going to read the incoming body. Okay, so dollar body. This is what I'm going to read the incoming body, and I have formed the entire payload with the same format. And after forming the payload, I will be using the HTTP adapter. This is the endpoint which I'm going to hit. And here now I do not need any authentication. That is the reason none, because we are authenticating using the API key. And these are the allowed headers which we are required. So now what we will do, so this is already deployed. So if I want to hit this particular endpoint for my Postman, I should be having the client ID and secret keys available with me. So everything is configured at my end. So this is the place which I'm going to hit. But before that, let me go to the monitor section. Probably we can just enable the trace so that we can see how the results are coming inside our cloud integration. So we will just enable the trace. So over here, we go straight into the message monitor. Let me check it for past 1 minute. I'm going to now push one message from here. Copy technologies to learn in SAP. Once it is successfully triggered, you should be able to see one message. So it is reading actually in the backend. It is trying to extract information for us. So we have got a message over here. We will go to the trace. Now the similar request payload and the response payload we will able to see in the trace mode. We go to the message content, and here I am able to see the entire extract. And now on top of this, I can implement any transformation logic even using a Groovy script. I can just take out the string and make it a well form so that it can give some meaningful information in a well formatted way. So on top of this, we can implement some SS transformation logic to extract the meaningful information. So this is actually giving some more thoughts around the implementation of some automated way of suggesting in case of any alert. I mean, in case of any errors. So just a thought, if any of our integration flow is failing, and we also want to give some recommended results, the probable results to fix this particular error, we can pass the error information in a string and call this endpoint, and this endpoint will suggest us the recommended solution. So once we have the recommended solution, probably we can further give this recommended solution to the business or to our L2 support team who are now monitoring or managing the tenants during the production environment as part of the support. So this API can also help us to mitigate this kind of alert mechanism in an automated way. So I hope you have found this API a little interesting. So similarly, we can also explore this API using eAdapter, which SAP has recently published. But yeah, as a workaround, we can also, if you know the endpoints and all, conceptually, we should be understanding how these APIs are actually working, what it would be needing. So same thing we can replicate using the HTTP adapter. So I hope you have found this small POC little interesting. Thanks for watching.